Hello everybody, it's Friday evening. That means this is Nail Talk Live from the heart of the Netherlands to the heart of the nail technician, all made possible by Magnetic Nail Design. And we have another full show ahead of us.
Yes, we do.
You're going to show not one, not two, but 3 designs.
Yeah, I'm really busy. Yeah.
And these are new designs.
Yeah, well, Inlay, we all know Inlay, but I thought, well, maybe let's do some different kind of Inlay. So, yeah.
Yeah, they're cool, super cool.
Thank you.
I saw them this last Monday because then you posted them.
Yeah.
And your followers and everybody on Facebook was going totally mad, requesting that you show this in Nail Talk Live. So out the script went and we wrote a new script especially for you.
Yes. So, I'm really busy, huh?
Yeah.
But not only me, but all the other demos
Yeah.
from all of our trainers. Huh?
Yeah,
From,
our trainers, our distributors,
Yeah.
a lot of them are going live in Holland on Facebook, but
Yeah.
also a lot of our international trainers are going live. I even did an interview with Joanna on Instagram. So a lot of people are taking this time that we're forced into to handle it as a gift and to use this to inspire other people, to show techniques, to show what's possible with nails.
Yeah.
And one dilemma that everybody's faced with, and I also think you, because you still have a nails salon, is what to do when the client gets back.
Yeah.
In Holland, we advise our clients just to file down their nails and even thin them out. We even made a little video how to do that with Cherisa for our Dutch clients. So now the big dilemma is, what are you going to charge when that client comes back?
Yeah, so I've sent the video to all of my clients who were really thankful for the video because now it's clear for them because it's my job. They don't even know how to file. I sent a file or gave a file. They came by and I gave them a file. But then all the nails are gone, and how then? I don't think I am going to ask the full amount of the full set, but a refill price because the refill price is cheaper than a full set price. Yeah.
So it's so you have to make it a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Of course, you're very helpful when your client comes back to you.
Yeah, of course.
Do you still keep contact with your clients?
Yeah, I think that's really important as well on Facebook. But I use WhatsApp and hey, how are you doing? Is everything going well? My clients show me pictures how they remove their nails. Is it good like this? Yeah. So I'm really proud of them, and we keep in touch.
And did they do a good job?
They did. Yeah.
Because I remember it's so difficult to file down your own nails.
Yeah, but because of the video, it's really clear now. Yeah.
So if you are faced with the same dilemma, just make sure that your client comes back and charge a refill, whatever the state of the nails is. Just pamper them a little bit for coming back to you, as I'm sure they will, because nails are the most addictive thing there are. When I started to do nails 20 years ago, and when I started to wear nails 22 years ago, I still love them, and it's one of the most important things in my life.
Yeah, next to the hairdresser, for me.
Yes.
Yeah,
but because you have trademark hair,
yeah.
I try to cut it myself a little bit,
Really?
inspired by YouTube videos on how to do that.
Oh, wow.
But it looked very easy. It wasn't.
No.
Don't look at the back. It is a total war zone. Anywho, so besides your 3 demos, we also asked our international trainers to create beautiful designs and different demos for you. And the first one today is Natalia Kritsenka, and she's going to create an almond nail using a combination of stamping together with gel polish with a matte effect, and I'm going to walk you through it. Let's get started. Natalia is our international ambassador. She's from the Ukraine and she's working on the Easy Trainer, which is a silicone finger where you can put a tip in just to create any nail you want. First, she's starting with a little thin base coat of gel polish bond, which is not necessary when working on the Easy Trainer, but to keep it in the steps. As you can see, she's going to create an almond-shaped nail, and for this, she already pinched the nail form into a pointed shape. Her first application is Power Gel Clear, and with the back side of the Power Gel tool, which is a gel brush, she's going to create an airtight seal around the cuticle, making sure that the product flows into the natural nail perfectly. This is easiest to do with a very sturdy brush, but for a smooth, even application of the surface of the nail, she's going to use an old acrylic brush together with Prep and Wipe. This old acrylic brush is softer and bigger and allows you to create a smooth, even surface, sculpting without filing the nail perfectly. First application on the nail bed, and now she's going to slowly start concentrating on the side walls and on the extension edge, creating a perfect almond-shaped nail. This is a classic almond-shaped nail, so a rounded version with a moderate deep C-curve. Correct the shape to make it as perfect as you can using the brush. When you're happy and satisfied, cure this for only 10 seconds in the twin light before pinching the C-curve using the pinching tool for experts. After the full cure of 1.5 minutes, a second application of Power Gel Clear is applied to the area where the future apex of the upper arch or the highest part of the upper arch will be located. This is at the stress point of the natural nail. First the airtight seal around the cuticle, and then with soft, even, caressing motions, Natalia is softly blending the bulk of the product towards the hairline of the nail. When this is also cured for 10 seconds, Natalia applies a transparent pinching clamp to fixate the C-curve because it's easy to go into the light with this clamp applied. After 1.5 full cure in the twin light, Natalia removes the sticky residue using Prep and Wipe, which is really a multifunctional product. She's doing this so that when she starts filing, the file will remain clean. First, shaping the nail using a 100 grit file, of course the hygienic system, and then she finishes everything by using a 180 grit file. Now we're ready to do the stamping. Apply next white nail polish, scrape plate and take your desired stamp, in this case the lace, with your transparent stamp and apply it in the desired area. You may wonder, this is a bit strange, but all will come out beautiful. When this is cured, Natalia is using the purple beetle gel polish, a beautiful deep royal purple color with a metallic shine, to create a faux nail bed. This is actually the original version of the fun French nail, what we nowadays call the reverse nail. She's even turning the finger around to create the deepest part of the smile line using the gel polish brush. Creating a beautiful even application and creating the corners of the smile line. Natalia is a perfectionist at heart, and that means that she's going to use also a smaller brush. Jessica's, no, this is Katarina's choice brush, to create the perfect application around the smile line. First the deepest part of the smile line and then pulling it towards the corner. Pay attention to this step because this allows you to create perfection, because it's difficult to correct with your polish corrector pen because it will remove the stand from the nail. Using the same brush, perfect your application around the cuticle. Here in Europe now it's important to be able to apply the gel polish as close to the cuticle as possible. But first on the client do an e-manicure. Cure this and then apply the same color on the tip of the nail to mimic the color on the nail bed, creating an additional smile line. So the lace is actually used like in the window between the purple shades, giving a wonderful and truly amazing effect. Using Katarina's choice, I'm mistaken again, she's correcting this to fit the corners of the original smile line. When this is cured, using a dotting tool, Natalia adds liner gel white to create little elements in and around the smile line. Little dotski, as I always call them. Going from big in the center to smaller in the corner of the smile line. This creates visual balance because otherwise the demarcation between the purple gel polish and the white stamping would be too great. And this ties everything together, creating an even and very elegant nail. Can you imagine how this will look on your ring fingers when the rest of the nails are painted completely with the purple beetle gel polish? When everything is cured, Natalia is going to finish this nail using extreme matte top gel. Don't forget to shake this before use to get the extreme matte effect. Pay proper attention around the cuticle zone, and now you can see a beautiful shiny version of this nail. You can see the table light hitting you in the eye. But of course, when you cure this for 1.5 minutes and then even go over it with your prep and wipe, this is the extreme matte result. The beautiful shine of the metallic gel polish in combination with the transparent stamping, just amazing. I love this nail and I love this technique, and I also love Natalia. Don't forget to follow Natalia on Instagram and Facebook for even more inspiration and more ideas. Natalia is really a creative mastermind. She goes from here to there. Sometimes that seems chaotic, but for Natalia, chaos is just a tool for utter artistry. Let's go to Jessica.
And I love Natalia too. So, I love to do nail art. I've prepared already a surface. So I have made the reversed French, and I have taken liner gel white to cover my tip, put some chameleon flakes, as you see, on top, and flash cure, and then went over that with the extreme matte top gel. And this is the surface I need for my aqua colors, because I am going with aqua colors onto my tip. I'm taking 3 colors, and I'm using the brush from my aqua color bottle. Maybe a little bit of pink.
That already looks stunning. I love the pink aqua color.
I do too. And purple on top. So you can work with different kinds of products. You can work with your aqua colors, with finishing wipe, with prep and wipe, and even with acetone. I am working with acetone now because acetone is getting the background more up. So the colors will fade more out, and the background, the flakes and the white, will come more up if I use acetone. It needs to dry a bit before I am going in with my detailer 3 and my acetone. I go in with my brush, clean it a bit on my brush wipe, and then I'm starting with the center of my rose. And it's just a circle. It doesn't have to be really perfect, because later on we are adding extra details. But I'm just creating the illusion that the whole tip is filled with roses. So the leaves are always overlapping each other. I'm just shading it out. Maybe a bigger leaf over here.
The rose is a very multifunctional flower. You can use the same build-up to create roses with either paint or plastic gel or 3D acrylics, or as you are doing with aqua colors.
Yeah, I love roses. And they're easy and fast to make. So the center of my rose, and then just create more petals. And later on, when all of my aqua colors are done, I'm adding a little bit of black next to all of my leaves. I love to work with aqua colors. I also love to work with stamping plates. And we have a beautiful commercial about our stamping plates. So let's go see that one.
If you are watching Nail Talk Live, of course you get excited about a product made by Magnetic Nail Design. Go to our website, magneticnaildesign.com, to find a distributor close to you, so that you can get your hands on the Magnetic Nail Design product. And if you're in a country that we don't have distributors in yet, contact us, because maybe you can become part of the Magnetic family. Back to you, Jessica.
So, all of my roses are done, and I have taken a smaller brush, the new Detailer 1, and just went over all of the lines I already made with my Detailer 3. So, let's begin. And I'm just following all of my roses again with a little bit of black. I can even say, let's give it a bit of a shade by adding just a little bit of color and fading it out. This way you create more depth between your roses. And fade it out. You can even say, I will want more shade next to your beautiful sharp edges of your French, reversed French. So add a little bit of black and blend it out. You can even go over the roses and do the same over here. Black. This fading I am doing with prep and wipe. If I would do this with acetone, all of the color will disappear more. So, now the border of our sharp wall from our French needs to be black. But first, I am just highlighting a few of my roses. I'm doing this with liner gel white, just following the roses. Giving it a bit of a highlight. And I'm just taking a small amount of base and top to fade it out, to be more soft.
So you use the base and top to blend out the liner gel?
You could use a base and top or do it with a dry brush. It's up to you, what works for you. So, the liner gel black to fill in the wall, to create the perfect
Well, my little dog Pepper just arrived, so probably when you hear something ticking, it's his nails on this wooden floor. So I'll get him later on just to get into the shot. Yes, where are you now?
Just creating the border with our liner gel black. Really filling it in. And you can even go to shade it in as well by using the same technique as I did earlier to highlight with a dry brush and flatten your brush with a dapping motion like this, or with a little bit of base and top and fade it out. It's up to you, whatever works for you. Even go over here maybe a bit. So this needs to cure, and then you need to cap it with our standard building gel, clear. I love the standard builder gel clear. It's the perfect gel because it's like glass. It's really transparent. It's perfect. I love to work with that. I already did that and prepared it at home for you, and then I have this as an end result. And because of the flakes underneath, your nail will lighten up. You see all of the flake movements because you move your nail. I hope you like this one. And it's a different kind of inlay design.
Beautiful, Jessica. I love flowers. I just love floral designs. I made a whole career with floral designs. One of the techniques that is used often when you create floral designs is the one-stroke technique. Quite difficult, but if you master the one-stroke technique, it really is the fastest way to create beautiful, outstanding floral designs. We're going to look at a movie that Katarina made for us, and she's going to paint an orchid using the one-stroke technique. So Katarina first created an ombre background, a vertical ombre, and she's going to use her own mixed colors. Katarina mixes her own colors using liner gel white, liner gel black, concentrate, a little bit of pigment, and sometimes a little bit of clear gel. This recipe enables her to create the most outlandish and beautiful one-stroke designs. So as you can see, she's loading her brush, on one side the light color, on the other side the darker color, a combination of pale yellow and burgundy. Using the darker color in the center of the flower, she's going to create her first flower petal of this Phalaenopsis orchid. She's creating the first leaf, and this is my favorite one-stroke leaf. It's what I always call the wiggle-waggle leaf, because you wiggle and waggle your lines into it, your veining. After curing, always repeat this to create an intense color on your nail. So first application, cure it, and then second application and cure it. Now the side petals of this Phalaenopsis orchid, the side petals are round, not pointed. Using the same wiggling motion, she's now creating a rounded flower petal and pulling the lighter color towards the center of the nail, the center of the flower. And repeating this also on the other side to create a nice, even and semi-symmetrical nail. When Katarina cures this layer, she's going to repeat this with a second layer. Now this is also cured, and she's going to create the heart of the nail, or the chalice of the nail. First she's creating one small petal on one side, and she's repeating this on the other side. The same shaping, the same dimensions. These two little petals will form the heart of the flower, but Katarina uses a little trick to make sure that you see this as well. After cure, repeat this. This is when you were working with gel. You always have to cure your colors and repeat it. When the second coat is applied, you will see a lot of depth in the design. Using a smaller brush, you can use either the Master Detailer or Katarina's Choice brush. She now connects the two sides of the smaller, tiny petals. One to the right and the other one to the left. And this closes the small petals into the little heart of the flower with extreme dimension. A floral design without green petals, of course, is not a floral design. Green leaves make this a beautiful winner. A mixture of dark green and light green together will create a beautiful, intense color. Add a little bit of brown, or of course the red base color, to create a little bit more a natural look to the flower petal, and also repeat these steps to create a very nice coverage of color. Don't be afraid to play around and angle your flower and your leaves in different ways, and find out what is your perfect way to create a one-stroke design. When everything is finished, using a smaller brush, Katarina is just adding here and there a tiny little highlight to make sure that there's visual balance for the eye. Using extreme matte top gel, Katarina is going to finish this nail. First you will see a beautiful shiny version of this nail, and then after complete cure, 1.5 minutes in the twin light, Katarina has a beautiful extreme matte version, giving it a beautiful velour effect. Be sure to follow Katarina Conchar on Instagram, but also on Facebook. She's really one of our amazing international trainers. Katarina Conchar is also the person that is doing a lot of designs using air nails by Magnetic. She's a star in hand painting, and she travels all over the world. And nowadays she's also going live on Facebook to show and discuss her one-stroke techniques. So really make sure that you follow her. As we call her in Holland, belovingly, the little one, our own Catharina. Let's go back to yes.
Yeah, I love Katja. So, the next design, I'm going to use power gel and lace underneath. And I'm going to make, well, kind of like a skin, dragon skin, snake skin, like that. So, let's begin. I have prepared already the tip, liner gel black, and filled it in, and really the wall as well. So, now I'm taking a little bit of power gel clear. And you can fill in the whole nail, the whole tip, or just a border. It's up to you. You need to think about how high your wall is. You don't want to go higher than the wall is. Because otherwise, when you are filing your nail, your skin will get damaged because you file through it. Just flatten it out. Like this. Now I'm taking my lace. This is from the air nails. A special lace sets. We have different types of
And are you now
laces.
wetting it with something?
Yes, I'm wetting it with prep and wipe, because otherwise, if it's dry, your power gel will go up more. And now I'm just, and it's kind of difficult like this. I'm sorry, I have to do it like this. Because normally you will have a client and its finger, and you will have more.
Yeah, so you're wrapping the
Stability.
lace into the power gel,
Yes.
clear, and then pulling it out of it to make sure that you get the reptile skin effect.
Yes. And just flatten it more with your brush a bit. Flash cure this. So 30 seconds, it's okay. And now I am taking pigments. The pink barrel, colorful chrome purple, and a pigment brush. And I'm using the sticky layer of my clear power gel to fill in with our pigments. And it's really a cool and easy design. I really love this pigment.
Yeah, you're now doing it with pink and purple. Earlier today you used yellow and lime and blue, which is also beautiful. Just play around with color combinations.
Yeah, it's really cool. So, flash cure this. And to create more depth to your skin, to your reptile, I am using a little bit of liner gel black to create more depth. And my detailer 3, of course, can't live without it. Waiting for my nail to be cured. And I've prepared already. I forgot. Like this. And then just add some shade between all of the skin. Wipe off your brush and fade it out. Blend it out.
So did you already cap this nail?
Yeah, because, well, I drive and my nails need to come over here to the studio from my salon. I was afraid if I left it like this, because of the sticky layer and all, so I protected it. But normally, I would go over the sticky layer and just blend it out.
Ah, okay, okay.
It wasn't cheating, Pepijn.
No, I was just wondering, because I'm not wearing my glasses, so it's a little bit difficult to see the depth from over here.
I was really
because
afraid.
we are maintaining the social distance. This
Yeah.
is more than 1.5 meters. This is 8.
And I was really afraid to cap it because of all of the, well, the extreme matte top go into the all of the reptile skin. So, like this. Now, I have still a little bit of base and top. Creating a little bit of glue for, of course, some of my chameleon flakes. I am taking, because of the purple and the pink, I'm taking chameleon flakes who have the purple and pink. This afternoon I've made one with different colors, but I will show you. Maybe over here a bit. So you need to cap this as well, of course.
Beautiful, beautiful.
This needs to cure and then cap it as well with the standard Builder Clear. And then you have, where is it? This as your end results. Different colors, but you know the feeling. This is the one I've made this afternoon for the Dutch Nail Talk live show. Is it okay? Yeah.
Very cool. I don't know what color combination I prefer more, this or the other one. Well, I'm in my yellow phase, so I probably would choose this one.
Yeah.
As you can see, yellow, yellow. Just feeling the fresh breath of spring. Thank you, Jessica. We're going quickly to go to another design, a quick design made by Julia Koncharova, our international trainer, also from the Ukraine. So join me and let's get started. Julia prepared the color pop and she's using Lady in Red gel polish and she's adding an ombre line in the middle of the nail using liner gel white with a little bit of the original Lady in Red. So an ombre on one side, ombre on the other side, one stroking together, creating a line or highlight line in the middle of the nail. Really cool and really effective. When this is cured, she's adding the spots of the leopard with liner gel black. Cure this and then finish this with a coat of red glass gel polish from the Through the Looking Glass gel polish collection. And you will see a beautiful effect. Finish and protect it using Supreme Finish for a super high shine. Beautiful nail, very fast, very easy, but typically Julia Koncharova. Also make sure that you follow Julia Koncharova on Instagram, but also on Facebook, because she's really uploading a lot of videos, almost daily, with beautiful and interesting designs. Floral designs, a little bit more stronger designs, really cool, and all made by herself. So I'm really happy that Julia is part of our team. Let's go back to Jessica.
I am too. I also love Julia. We are a dream team, but really. So the next design, glass gel polishes. I love them. I really love them. I'm going to show you a design with our glass polishes. So the beginning, there's a little bit of pigment, is our darkest blue glass polish. I've cured this one and this is the beginning of my design. I'm going to use the wet in wet technique. I'm going to take a little bit of UV top gel. And cover my tip. Now, I've already taken a little bit of whitest white gel polish on my paper palette. Taking my Detailer 3 again and just adding drops onto the tip.
Yeah, the wet and wet technique is really popular, huh?
Yeah, it is.
And there are so many possibilities. Last week you showed the amazing design that you did with the extreme mud.
Oh yeah, that was
Everybody
cool.
fell in love with this, but also what you're going to make today is just utterly beautiful. It's just, I love it.
Me too. Just fill in the empty spots. So this needs to cure. But I have prepared one already for you. So. Oh, that's fast. So, now I am taking, again, glass gel polishes. But now the cyan blue, that's a lighter blue, really beautiful blue. And I'm working with my brush because I want the transparency. If you are working with the brush from your, help me, Pepijn.
From the bottle.
From the bottle, it will be more thick. And I really want the white to be shown. And for the tip, go in with yellow. Blend them together and you will get green.
I love that yellow. It is so beautiful. Also, when you take it from the bottle, it's the color of honey.
Yeah, it is. I love them all. So this needs to cure. 30 seconds. And then later on, I will show you some more.
So let's have a look at the commercial that we made for these Through the Looking Glass gel polishes. Yeah, the beautiful Through the Looking Glass gel polishes. And did you know that you can use them to build nails with, so to cap an inlay design? You can use them in layering to create nail art designs. Try to use them over pigments or chromes to get an extra effect. And of course you can use them over other colors to create even more diverse effects and different colors. I really love them and we're already developing the next colors. Let's get back to Jessica.
Can't wait, Pepijn. I really, really love those polishes. So, my design is cured, and now let's do a little bit of pigment. I really love to use pigments into my designs. I'm taking a little bit of base on top of my brush, and the colorful chrome pigments, just following the outside of these spots with our turquoise colorful chrome. Blend it out a bit. And we have this grass, green, gold, colorful chrome. Like this, flash cure. So the background, the first layer, I've used the darkest dark blue gel polish, glass polish. I'm now adding a teeny tiny bit of color concentrates, the black one, to give it more depth, but stay in the blue, to make it a little bit darker. just blending them together and giving it some shade.
And why are you choosing to work with a concentrate black now and not, for instance, liner gel black, aqua color black, or another black?
Because this is mixed with my blue, my first layer, so it still stays blue. If I would use black, it will get too hard.
Ah, so you mixed it.
I mixed it together.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So go again around your border. Now I am focusing on this side of my nail. I want to pop it, to let it pop out more. I already used my pigments, and now I'm adding just a teeny tiny bit of liner gel black, and of course, to highlight my design, liner gel white. I'm using my Jessica's Choice brush. Love that brush. And I am following the lines of the center of my design. And now you already see that the middle is coming out more by adding a little black next to color. And of course, with the highlights, it will pop even more. I really love this. So, I'm just gonna flash cure. 10 seconds. Clean my brush, because I'm going to work with white now. Liner gel white. And add just a small line of white. Like this. Put it into the UV light. But then you need to cap it, and I've prepared that already at home for you. And then I have this as my end result.
Ah, beautiful.
And I really love, because this is then the back of your nail, I really love that. Because it's see-through.
Yeah, the pigments really make a huge difference. Eh?
Yeah, it's cooler. And if you go by the side, you see that the out spots on the outside are thicker. And I have done that with UV top gel. After I've filed, put on a top gel, and then the UV top gel from the jar, just to give it more thickness on top of the nail. So I hope you like this one.
Well, I definitely do, because it's just a beautiful balance, and I can already see butterfly wings on nails and playing around with the shimmering effects. Somebody else that is really inspiring, that really made me very happy when she showed us 2 weeks ago her silk flower technique in a live feed from Moscow. The person that I'm talking about is Julia Vorobieva. We're very proud that she's part of our team, and she's going to show that first live feed again, because it was lost from the internet and people were asking about this. So I'm going to walk you through this silk flower design made by Julia Vorobieva. Let's get started. Julia loves to work with fiber coat frosted pink, and that is also the product that she uses in the first application on the ColourPop. The frosted pink fiber coat is semi-transparent and cures with a little bit of sticky layers, just strong enough so that you can apply foil to this, nail art foil. She adds this just to create a shimmer. She's also going to use pink fiber coat gel, liner gel white, and this liner gel white will be mixed using the glass gel polishes. In between everything, she's using extreme matte top gel and air nail stop to finish everything off. You can see here the different glass gel polishes, and she's going to start creating a little bit of shadow colors. So she mixes red together with a little bit of blue and yellow and creates an outline of her future design. So in her mind's eye, she already sees where she's going to apply the flowers, where the hearts will be, where there's a little bit more shadow, more depth, and also where the green petals will be, taking a little bit of extra green just to make sure that there is already the visual connection to the future design. Be sure to work nice and thin. You don't need a lot of product, you just need a hint of product. She mixes a darker color to create more the centers of the flower, where the future flower will be centered. When this is cured, we're going to apply a second coat or a first coat of flower petals, using a mixture of liner gel white with a little bit of yellow and a little bit of red to create a soft pastel shade. Using the detailer number 3, you can see when she puts the flower petal down, the brush down, she pushes on the brush to open the brush and then pulls it to a sharp point, and this creates the relief effect into the flower petal. When you make flowers in this technique, it's important that the flower petals resemble each other. Create similar shapes of flower petals because this gives a sense of symmetry and a sense of evenness to the design. The flower petals are arranged around the centers of the flowers that we already defined a little bit by adding the shadow colors. The flower petal is not one movement, it consists of 2 or 3 movements. Sometimes you will need a little bit extra white, so add it on. When this is cured, Julia is adding a darker color in the center of the flower and then blending this out over the white flower petals, creating a beautiful ombre effect in the designed flower. As you can see, this creates a huge difference and gives it real life. Be careful not to go over everything of the design, just add it randomly. Also where the green leaves will be, she adds a mixture with a little bit extra green. This coat is again very thin and very sparingly applied. When everything is ready, she's finishing everything with extreme matte top gel. Before she did this, she applied frosted pink fiber coat to give it a muted effect around the flower designs. When the extreme matte is cured, you will see that the flower petals have automatically gone to the background, and now she's adding additional flower petals here and there, using the same mixture, adding sometimes more white to it to give more definition between the first coat of flower petals and the second coat of flower petals. Julia creates these videos for us herself, so sometimes the camera is not completely focused, but we still love to watch what this artist is creating. Make sure that the steps that you use with your detailer 3 are very small and very precise. Use the tip of the brush to give the definition and the detailing to this flower design. By using the different layers on top of each other, you will see that there's a beautiful depth of design. When this is ready, of course, we will add fiber coat again and first shadows by using a little bit darker color around here and there to separate the first coat of flowers from the second layer of flowers. The shadows work sparingly, thinly, not too much and very even. When this is cured later on, we have to make sure that we play around a little bit with the different effects. So Julia is using frosted pink fiber coat around the design and pink fiber coat, which is completely transparent, in the middle of the design. The pink works as a buffer to protect against the frosted pink from going over the flower design. So we really get a mixture of background shading, misty, foggy designs playing around and just muting out the strong colors of the original application. When this is cured, apply another coat of extreme matte top gel to make the painting with liner gel white easier for you. Cure this and then use either a small brush to give the little details or the detail number 3. Now Julia is focusing on the edges of the flower petals so that it seems to appear that the flower petals bend into the nail and turning outside of the nail, playing with depth and highlighting. This design is reminiscent of a summer day, walking in the sunset, feeling the warm skin tones warming up and looking at the flowers softly moving in the evening wind. Oh, I get so inspired when I look at this. Now she's going to use a version of the Jostevo technique to create the green leaves. So the outline of the leaf is made, and now just the inside part of the green leaves are added. And as you can see, this creates again a different way of creating flower petals. I had difficulty with these leaves, but in the end I also got it, and it really gives a nice other effect that you can achieve. Playing around with deep lower lines and then the shadowing and the lines on top of it. There is so much movement and elegance and femininity in this design. It just simply constantly strikes me. When you put this in the middle of the tableau, you will see how beautiful this goes from left to right. A true artist, beautiful designs, beautiful flowers, play around with this technique and just be amazed at what you are able to do. And make sure that you follow Julia Vorobieva, because she's really a great and inspirational trainer. Just today she posted beautiful peacock feather designs, and next week she will also have a beautiful design for us, but I'm not going to tell you what. Jessica, can you just show us one more time your beautiful designs?
Yes, of course, I will. I hope you like them, and I hope I've inspired you to make your own inlay designs, but with a different kind of touch. So these are my end results.
They really pop out, eh? They're really puff.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love colors.
Great. Yeah.
So thank you for watching. It was really fun to be doing this this evening. And I hope you liked it. And see you next time. Bye-bye.
So next week in Nail Talk Live, we have another topic, and that is going to be 3D acrylic designs. Jessica and I are going to switch up. So I'm going to the tech table, Jessica is going to sit here, and I'm going to show you how to work with 3D acrylics, from easy to a little bit more complicated to really yummy. So, are you curious what we will make? Join us next week, Friday evening, 8 o'clock, YouTube Magnetic Nail Talk. And of course, nowadays, hygiene is of the uttermost importance. So our hygiene line of products is the DC side. So check those out and see you next week. Bye!